Yep, I'm back. Here we are again. Hopefully this video makes it for Friday the 13th. I've been really lazy today and not making my videos. But please subscribe because you like the videos, right? Hit the like button, you like the videos. I just finished filming the box set comparisons. Now I'm going to do a little list. I love lists. Lists are my favorite things to do when it comes to anything, is ranking things in order of how I prefer them. So this list is going to be fun because it's my favorite Friday the 13th characters. That's right. Everybody from Tommy Jarvis to Alice Hardy to Sgt Brodsky. I've got a wide array of characters on this list, and there are characters from certain movies that are missing, maybe even fan favorites. I don't know where people think about Shelley. I don't know how people think of Chris from Part 3. I really do not like the characters from Part 3, to be honest. But I'll get to my list, and hopefully you enjoy the list. And I'd love to know your top 13 Friday the 13th characters, top 10, top 5, whatever you want to do. That's up to you. Totally up to you. But for me, it's going to be the top 13 for Friday the 13th, for Friday the 13th characters. 13, 13, 13, 13. We haven't even got a 13th movie yet. But anyway, all right. Number 13, Demon from Friday the 13th, 5, A New Beginning. Demon doesn't have very much screen time, but you gotta love him. He makes a big impact. He's the older brother of Reggie the Reckless, and he just comes to town to see his little brother, give him a ring, maybe some pizza, cheese and sausage, and take a big shit because those damn enchiladas got him. You gotta love Demon. Unfortunately, he was teased then killed by Roy in that shit box that was totally gross. But he did get to sing a song with his girl. Ooh baby, ooh baby. Number 12, Julius from Friday the 13th, 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Now, Julius beats the shit and really gains the attention of a couple of female onlookers. And boy, that guy should have worked on his left-right-left combo, right? Anyway, Julius goes head-to-head with Jason, says enough's enough with the running, decides to go head-to-head and throw some good punches, and Jason just kind of grabs him and bop, take your best shot, motherfucker. He did, and Julius's head goes flying. You gotta love it. Number 11 is Alice from the first movie, from Friday the 13th, 1980. She adapted to the situation, and we'll always remember Alice. And Adrienne King is such a sweet, sweet woman. I had to put her on the list because she was able to handle herself, and she even got hit by Betsy filming Friday the 13th, and she took that machete and just lopped that head right off. Unfortunately, I'm not a big fan of her scenes in Friday the 13th Part 2. I feel like that movie didn't need those scenes at all. We didn't need to see Adrienne back. If it wasn't for her, if she didn't come back as like a main character, there was no need to bring her back in Part 2. Number 10, Megan Garus from Jason Lives, my favorite movie. Boy, what a fun character. First of all, we meet her at her dad's work where there's a guy in the jail cell, and she is totally digging on him, which is Tommy Jarvis. Don't blame her. Tom Matthews is a handsome man. She likes to drive fast cars. She gets in trouble with her dad. She's just your average late teen, with a fast car, and she's got them fast moves for Tommy, that's for sure. I love Megan Garus. Number 9, Sgt Brodsky. Now, this guy's a badass. Jason X is not a great movie, but there are a few standout characters like KM, and that's it. No, Sgt Brodsky's really cool. Peter Mensah, I like him as an actor. He was in Spartacus and a few other things, but he saves their ass, especially at the end. And he has a great line where he says, "You think if I get stabbed in the ribs, that'll kill me?" And he gets stabbed again. Yep, that'll do it. Great line. He's a great actor. He's great. I think he's kind of underrated and underappreciated, but he was great, especially at the end where he saves them from a floating Jason, Uber Jason too, coming into space, and gotta love that scene. Number 8, and this may be a crime, but it's Jenny from Friday the 13th Part 2. I love Amy Steele, another person I've met that I think is such a sweet, sweet woman. She's another one who adapted to the situation. She loses points for seeing the mouse and peeing under the bed. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I love Jenny, I love Amy Steele, but there's the great thing is she did some iconic things, putting the sweater on, Jason, mother is talking to you. Such a great moment. The scene in the room where Jason's on the chair hiding. Paul, there's someone in this room. There's someone in this fucking room. You gotta love that. And her reaction when Warrington, as Jason, slams through the window and grabs her. Great scenes. It's hard not to put her higher in the list, but for me, there are people higher, and the next one might be, it could flip-flop. So, number 7 is Reggie the Reckless. Why not? Reggie the Reckless was awesome. Tommy comes to the camp. I can't remember think what it's called right now. But he gets there and he's so standoffish. Reggie loosens him up a little bit, has a little fun. He really loves the masks that Tommy's making. He's not one of the patients there, and he has the best scream. And then he takes that tractor out when Pam's about to bite it with Jason and knocks him over. He saves her life. Reggie the Reckless is a great character. I'd love to see him come back in some way. There's a lot of characters that if they don't need to remake Friday the 13th. They can do a movie that takes place, either just erase part 8 or after 8, Jason comes back, Return to Camp Blood. And Reggie the Reckless could be in it. Bring them all back. Bring Tommy back. He should be coming back, Anyway, moving on. Number 6. Now, this is going to surprise some people because I used to just trash on Jason Goes to Hell, but Steven is a great character from Jason Goes to Hell. He's trying to be supportive, trying to win back his lost love, who's out in California, I believe now, which is Jason's niece. Anyway, but he tries to win her back. He does this. He gets handcuffed, and he does this thing where he jumps through the handcuff, jumps over his arms with the handcuffs. He tries to get information from Creighton Duke, and Creighton Duke breaks almost all of his fucking fingers. He again, adapting to the situation, he turns into kind of a badass. And I think people kind of forget that towards the end, he does everything he can to make things right and to save Jessica from, Jason impregnating her and becoming himself again, which is a gross scene at the end of the movie when, her mom is... Anyway, you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Number 5, Sheriff Garus. I love Sheriff Garus. He's the most competent police officer in the entire series. Some would say Adam Marcus's character in Jason Goes to Hell is, because he has the right mind to get the fuck out of there and not get killed by Jason. He gets knocked out by Creighton Duke. But anyway, Sheriff Garus, man, he is just not putting up Tommy's shit. He doesn't believe him one bit. He's trying to keep Camp Forest Green safe and not bring up these, especially for his daughter. Nobody wants to see their daughter get caught up in the mess that Tommy was bringing with him, or that he thought was bringing with him, but really, Tommy did. Let's face it, Tommy's responsible for every single death past from part 6 and on. Let's face it. But Sheriff Garus is cool, has a great death, probably the best death scene in the entire film. Jason just bends him backwards, and I love it. I love Sheriff Garus. He's great. 4 is Trish Jarvis, Tommy's older sister. How the fuck can she not be as appreciated and talked about in such a great light? She does everything she can to save Tommy. From when she sees Jason, she doesn't just cat and mouse him. She goes up the stairs like any final girl you hear, just going up the stairs when they should be going out the door. She goes up the stairs and jumps out the fucking window, and then she gets back to the house to find Tommy, and she told Tommy to run, but he didn't because he's up the stairs shaving his fucking head. And she just kind of turns her eyes because Jason's right behind her and swings the machete, misses him, but then she fucking knocks on his head with a hammer. I mean, she's fighting Jason more so than almost anyone really gets to fight him, and does well because she knocks the damn mask off at the end of the movie and puts that machete right in his fucking head. So she may have been the one to kill him. I mean, Tommy just takes his shots at Jason towards the end, but I mean, she really, really roughed up Jason, held her own, and she's an awesome character, and she actually may be underappreciated. I think Trish Jarvis is a badass, in my opinion. I'd like to see her come back too. Number 3, and it's mostly because the attitude, the swagger, Creighton Duke. How could you not love Creighton Duke? Why don't you blow me, Chief? Come on. The way he talks to people, talking about the hot dog and the donut. Come on, man. He's such a cool character. I love Creighton Duke. everything about him. The only bad thing is, of course, Jason Goes to Hell is kind of a standalone movie, maybe just a direct sequel from 1 or 2 or 3, I don't know. But it's sad that we don't know who he is, and he's just kind of thrown into this movie. He has a great intro, though, but I just wish that there was more of Creighton Duke. I'd love to see some Creighton Duke fan films. How about that? Creighton Duke versus Jason. But he's never mentioned before, of course. He was made for that movie, but I loved him in the movie, and he didn't go out like a bitch. Jason bear hugged him and broke his back and killed him. Creighton Duke's a great character, and we need more Creighton Duke in our life, I think. Number 2 is Tina Shepard from Friday the 13th, Part 7, A New Blood. Billed as Carrie versus Jason, and she held her own. Dr. Cruz is such a prick to put her in that situation, but she did bring Jason back. So really, if you think about it, she's handling her business. She brought Jason back. She breaks off his mask, lights him on fire, throws a bunch of fucking nails at his face, drops a building on him, all using her mind, electrocutes him, and then somehow conjures up her dad and pulls him back under the water for the next movie. So Tina's pretty badass. I really like her. Laura Park Lincoln did great. And, I don't know that she gets that much credit either. Another character I'd like to see come back. I know a lot of these Final Girls said that they would absolutely come back. Why not do a 40 years later movie where they all come back to face their demons or something like that? Bring Tommy back, too. It's got to be Tom Matthews. Number 1, Tommy Jarvis. Now, Tommy Jarvis, you can almost consider 4, 5, and 6 to be the Tommy Jarvis trilogy. And he's probably the biggest character next to Jason in the series because he was in 3 movies. There's no other character in as many movies as Tommy Jarvis other than Jason or his mom, I guess. Alice was in 2, Tommy was in the 3 movies, and Jason's in all of them. But Tommy, whether it's Feldman, whether it's Shepard, whether it's Tom Matthews, he's a fun character. You meet him as a kid, fun kid, trying to look at some boobies, and he gets to see some pack of tootsies or whatever he calls them, and of course he shaves his head and pulls that same thing that Amy Steele does in Part 2, trying to say that he is Jason, I guess, and then he just machetes the shit out of his back. And then Part 5, you see he's a little crazy, flips a guy over a table, he beats the shit out of Junior, Junior and Ethel, they should have been on this list. Junior, will you shut the fuck up? And then, of course, he's a little bit more mentally competent in Part 6. He's got a man on a mission. He's going to go destroy and burn what we thought were Jason's. Jason was apparently cremated after Part 4, according to Part 5, but apparently not. That was a lie from the mayor. Politics. And so Tommy goes and he's going to burn him. He sticks him with that lightning rod, essentially. Lightning hits, of course, and bam, Jason's back. And then Tommy comes up with a whole new plan to drown him at the bottom of the lake, or at least leave him at the bottom of the lake where nobody can get to him. Such a great character. 3 great movies. You gotta love Tommy Jarvis. So that's the list. I'd love to know what are your favorite Friday the 13th characters. Let us know in the comments below. Please leave a like. Please subscribe to the Horror Syndicate. And check us out on Facebook. We do a live show here on YouTube and on Facebook where you can comment, and we'll talk about what you're commenting about. If you have any questions, you let us know. It's the Horror Syndicate Discourse on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But hit that subscribe button, please. And have a happy Friday the 13th. We'll see you next time.